Alright boys, welcome back to our first video on 7days's Idle Adventure. This game actually did drop this morning, but what I didn't realize is that it actually is an open beta where apparently people in UK and Malaysia can play it a bit early, which is, I'm not gonna lie, a bit weird for me, at least personally, because they don't normally do open betas in the UK. But I assume if you want to play it, then you can get in and do a VPN, which I might make a video tomorrow about it. But as it is right now, I'm already from the UK, so I didn't have to go through all that trouble. But today we're gonna go through my first initial impressions playing the game, and more or less going over all the characters, because I think that's the one thing surprised me the most about this game, is that it does feature one, quite a lot of characters, but two, quite a lot of characters that aren't even in 7days's Grand Cross, which surprised me quite a lot. And in fact, all the artwork they use in this game is already from 7days's Grand Cross, so considering that it does feature characters not already in that game, likely means that is the artwork they're going to use for future characters. So yeah, as you can see, this is basically the game. It is an idle game, boys. Yes, you know, this is how the gameplay looks, and this is basically what you're going to do most of the time. Honestly, all the gameplay is that you roll around automatically fighting little characters, and then at the bottom right corner, when you do defeat 15 characters, you then go up against a boss fight, and as you can see, you can do it like 95 times. And the story so far, I mean, I've only been playing for about 4 hours now, and we're almost around to 100 stages, and I assume as you progress through the story mode, the actual background or like little you know, area around you will change too. We're still like in you know, Vanya, you know, the Leona's kingdom, but then maybe we go towards the commandment area and it gets a bit more deserted and the whole backgrounds will start changing. But as you get my characters already, you can see we already have a character that's not actually already in Grand Cross. So let's go through some things and let's go through the characters. Actually, we'll go against the boss fight right now to show you what it looks like. But yeah, you click the button and then boom, you bust the boss, which I actually might die here because I've not been playing, because it's an idle game, so I've not actually played for a bit. So I do have some level up to do here. But I would say Diane is actually low-key kind of powerful. Okay, so it looks like we are going to defeat him here. And yeah, like I said, the story is very, very slow. Like, I've been playing for a few hours now, and I think I've only just gotten past the Twiggo part. So they do plan for you to grind this game a lot. And if we're going to be going through the whole 7days storyline, that is a lot of actual, you know, stages, basically. You can imagine it's going to go up to the thousands, basically. But yeah, once again, once you defeat the boss, you go back in and you do the same thing. And then this right here, what you do is you hold it, and then boom, you summon, and then boom, we got a triple Oslo. So we got a special little, I think it's the first one I've actually done it here, which is kind of nice for the thing. So we got a pull, actually. Oh, wow, okay. Once again, it's the first time I've ever done this. All right, so we pull back. Where do you want to go to? We'll go towards the balcony. Okay, let's see what's up here. Once again, I've actually not seen this. Once again, I'm still progressing through the game, so there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen yet. And once again, there's PvP in this game where you verse actual players, which unfortunately, once again, I haven't gone that far yet, because I think you have to go upwards like stage 300, 200. Like, there's a lot of like stuff to do before you can actually start progressing. But let's go through the banners, because I think it's the biggest thing about this game. And yeah, once again, they weren't lying when they said you get 3,000 summons, because you have to summon quite a lot in this game. But the way the summons work is you do like a 30 summon. You can see right here, we click, we get boom. So you can either do reveal or, but like we got like an epic here, so we got obviously a Leonie, then we got like a bit of a rare, we got Helbram. Hey, let's go, new character. That's not like a rare pickup, by the way. It's like even though it is orange, it's not like kind of unique, because you look at the rates right now, you can see right now all I've unlocked is unique characters at 2%, and you can see all the characters. There's quite a lot of characters, and as you can see, when you start summoning, you are going to fill up that actual top summon up here. And when I go towards 2,500, we're then going to unlock summon level 5, which you can see does actually unlock the legendary characters, and these are like the big, you know, SSRs of the game, and some of them are actually pretty cool. Some of them that if you play Grand Cross will be very, very familiar. However, not everyone is in Grand Cross. Like obviously we go towards Fraudrin, he's not a character actually in game, and then also I guess Gelder's got added. Once again, all featuring the Grand Cross artwork, which looks very, very cool. I mean, you can even see the artwork for the actual, you know, character skills. Does Fraudrin have one? He does, but I think that might be from the actual story mode. Grey Road, I think, once again, from story mode here, so once again, just reason all the assets. But yeah, those are all the characters in the game. We'll just go through slow so you can see them. So I'll go through the stand-up ones just to point them out because they are kind of cool. So, yeah, like I said, Fraudrin, Grey Road, very cool to see them in game. Gelder this early is kind of nice, I would say. And then going down, what's this, Diane? Okay, number one, okay. And then going down, we have the actual movie characters. Once again, these are not playable. They're in story mode in Grand Cross, but they haven't been playable in game yet. And you can see they basically added all of them, which is very, very cool. And one thing that surprised me, which is something, once again, we haven't seen in Grand Cross, even in story mode, is the vampires. Like, they actually exist. Once again, this is something that I'd say that even the anime skipped over, because it was like a little one-shot at the end of every manga, but they do have quite a big relevance in the story mode. And this is the Vampire King, the Vampires of Edinburgh, which was supposedly meant to come towards Grand Cross. But, like, this artwork right here, this is probably going to be the artwork when they come towards Grand Cross. And obviously, the cool ones is, like, Zen. She looks very cool. It's like a black-haired Yan version. But, like, just such cool artwork that I'm glad to see. Once again, that is Grand Cross artwork, by the way. Like, that is literally going to be one of her skills. Whenever they decide to make a character, or of course, whenever they decide to make them just like some story mode bosses. And with Orlandi as well, which, look at that. Like, that is literally an AoE skill. Like, this is so cool that kind of gets some teasers towards Grand Cross. And we have this guy, which I think is... Oh, once again, a vampire from Edinburgh too. Once again, he's got some artwork as well, which is cool. Then we go down some other characters that I didn't even know were in the series, like some random filler characters from the vampires, basically. And then we have, obviously, the big one, boys, Nero Basta and her official artwork, which, once again, we haven't seen that in the Grand Cross, so that is outrageous. And once again, her artwork too, Arc, which is going to be an actual... Since it's got a red background, we know that's going to be a skill and not actual, you know, ultimate. Dolores! Most of you lot probably don't know who the character is. This is obviously one of the Fens and one of, like, the only prominent giants in the game. And, or I guess in the series. And once again, she's in the game. So it was so cool to see these ones. Then we have this guy, Gilfrost, as well, who I'm not too familiar with, despite me being such a massive 17 fan. I know I recognize him from, like, early seasons. But once again, just seeing him in game as well. Pump, we've kind of seen a bit of him in story mode as well. And then going down towards the epics, there aren't too many unique ones other than, obviously, the Sheaf Zora from the movie. Then we have as well, we have Gofar, which is, I think, Ree's artwork from, like, some other stuff in Grand Cross, but we haven't had playable characters yet. And you go down, you basically get all the bosses from the actual, you know, just full sagas, basically. Oh, I guess Solad as well. He's a character that actually got added to this game before, obviously, Grand Cross 2. But like I said, the more you summon, the more levels you unlock, and you start getting higher rates. As you can see right here, it's 0.1%. Level 6, 0.11. And then you can keep them going up, I guess, until level 10, where you max out your currency. Where to get a legendary character, despite it not unlocking any more characters, you are going to have a higher chance of 1.5%. Very, very low, but like I said, you do get a lot of summons in this game, so it's not too bad. But what I would say I don't like about the game is that when they decide to release new characters, is they release a new banner, which is obviously barn here. You can see you guarantee them a lot of times, because once again, you got to pull the character quite a lot of times, and it, unfortunately, you cannot summon with actual free currency. The only way to get these actual pickup gachas is to go towards a shop, which will then cost you actual money. So you can see, to get a guarantee copy here, it will cost you 2,000, and if you wanted to buy it, obviously, the barn, it will cost something like £40. You can say, right, it's 200, then you can buy this one for 1,000, and you can buy the guarantee one for obviously £31, which is obviously quite expensive. And yeah, for every new character, I mean, it's not that bad to get one character for like £30 in terms of like currency in Grand Cross, but you want to pull this character quite a lot. And his actual rate for the character is obviously higher, it's 0.05. It's, if you get a legendary, you're more likely to get him, but it's still such obviously a low rate. And when the only way to get this currency right now, at least from playing this far in the game, is only by spending money, it's not great. But I guess after the character does leave, he will go in, at least I think so, to the general SSR pool, because once again, everyone else isn't here. He'll probably do the same. All right, so let's do some summons here. Once again, we can kind of skip it. There's no summon animation, like it just literally all it is. You can do the auto summon as well, where it just opens it for you. Just want to quickly run through. You have obviously a lot of currency. We got one epic there, or unique. We got obviously Bellion, and then going into the gems. I think the only way to actually summon is with gems and the tickets you get through story mode, so you don't have to save your gems for anything else. You can just spend it straight away here. We did get Gustav as well, and yeah, once again, it will take you probably, I think, of playing a few hours, maybe like a day or two, before you do finish level 4 to start getting legendaries, and that's when you start looking at cool characters. So far that playing, you are given one character for free, that being the answer, the only legendary character, and so far she's been pretty good. Granted, she's the only character I level up the most here, but she's doing like big damage, and she's a tank as well, so she's kind of a perfect character here. But I'm having quite a lot of fun just going in and using characters that I don't really use too often in Grand Cross, like Delgy, for example. I was using this girl as well, Gara, and I think that's by far the most enjoyment I had from this game so far. It's just using characters we don't really use, like use Orlandi. I got him. I might use him for early, like later on. So yeah, in terms of the monetization, like I said, other than Barn being the fact that he's a new character and every new character comes out, it's probably only going to be summonable if you spend actual money, right? Unless you want to wait for them to come out into the general SSR pool, but you want the rate up. They really do push the microtransactions in this game. Like right now, you can see I've gotten a bunch here, a bunch of really cheap ones, and I think by far like the biggest one, which is so weird to come from, especially from Grand Cross, they have a permanent ad remover. Basically, you can spend £7 or like $10, whatever it may be, and you can get no ads. And there's no ads in this game that pop up randomly. It's not like them random free like little games you found in the App Store, but you will see it throughout the game. Like right here, for example, you can watch 4 ads a day to get some actual stamina to open up some little chests. Basically, you have the daily shop as well, which you can see down here. You get a bunch of daily ads that you can go through. Once again, not forced, but if you want to get it free to play and you want to progress through the game, you're probably going to do it very early on. So I ended up watching like 6-7 ads today, which is obviously kind of frustrating. So I probably will end up just paying up that price just to spend, so I never have to watch ads again. And I see at that point, all you got to do is then just click and claim each day rather than actually watching the ad. That's not the only microtransaction. You can see you get this little guild funder, which you can get for like £1, which I might actually end up picking up here. And also, once again, you get push so much microtransactions. It's a little bit off-putting, I would say, in comparison to like Grand Cross, but they don't really push it too much, where this game, they are really pushing, and they're quite cheap, I'd say, as well, or at least I think so. But like, they just non-stop push you with so many cheap little bundles. Also, they do have artifact cards in this game, where you open up like how you do in Grand Cross, but you get a little one there, so boom, you get some like extra stats, basically. And you can see here, just like some lifetime stuff where if you finish all like the battle pass stuff, once again, you have to go to upwards to like awaken characters. There's quite a lot here to do. Stage 3, once again, you can just basically every one of these, you get a bunch of rewards. And if you obviously finish it, you get a total of like, what's it, 18k for like £7? Like that's a lot. Once again, just to progress through the game. Do you need to spend it? No, but it is an idle game. So just the more you spend, the more you're going to progress faster. And if you want to try and catch up a little bit. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky situation. I'll probably end up spending more money in this game than I would for Grand Cross, for example, just because of all the stuff that they kind of push onto you. And yeah, this is how you customize your tavern. It's actually pretty cool, actually, I'm not gonna lie. So the more you actually upgrade your tavern, the more the themes change a little bit. So right now, we're on like the Valentine's theme. Also, there is a little bit of an event tab here, which you can be very familiar with if you play Grand Cross. You have your Gold XP dungeon, which you can do 3 times a day, which you can do double 6 times a day if you obviously watch some ads here, which is once again, a little bit annoying, which is why you kind of want to buy the actual package, so you just do it 6 times a day. And then obviously Tower Trials. Yes, this game has Tower Trials, but as you can see, you have to get upwards to stage 300. Then you get the Advent Battle stage 500. PvP, yes, where you verse actual players, I believe. I don't know if it's live PvP or actual, normal PvE with like bots basically, but it's still like the actual team. But that's at stage 400, and you have the lab sample dungeon at 200, which you can see I'm still very far away. Like I said, it will take you a few hours to actually do it. So obviously, I'll definitely update my progress as I play through the game, but as of right now, it's just a first impression. But yeah, if you look at animations, like Deldred in the kiss, Elizabeth falling over, which is what she does in Grand Cross. You see right now when Melly does his ultimate, if he does it in time, there you go. You got the Hellblaze as well. You got Diane who petrifies too. Like it's taking stuff from Grand Cross that you may be familiar with, and it's quite fun to see in game. Even though it's not like if you're fully playing, it's still nice to see sometimes. And I died sick. Because you gotta clear in a certain amount of time. Like my units didn't die, but I didn't clear fast enough. To that point, I go in and I start upgrading my character, which is level up the end to like 25. Because I actually plan to use it the most here. Once again, her being the only legendary you get straight away, so like a free to play is very, very good. So that should be enough to clear it now. Alright, and we cleared it. And at this point now, I'm just gonna probably jump cut till I get to like stage 100, where we unlock the sacred treasure items. So I want to see what that's about. Alright, so I just got towards obviously level 100 here. And we got a final boss actually. So I wonder if it's gonna be like the Red Demon. Alright, so yeah, this is the final boss, first time seeing it, but this is like the way the game works, right? You can actually order your character's ultimate, so you have some agency when playing the game. You can see my lizard actually did die because she's a bit underleveled, but you can see right now, like, she uses ultimate first, then Diane uses it, then obviously Gara, then Deldry, and of course, obviously Meteor, so you can actually, like, move them around to see, actually, oh, it's got the same, like, actual icon as Grand Cross a little bit, but yeah, that was our first final boss here. Twigger, once again, like I said, we're still on, like, the Twigger fight, basically, so now we're moving on towards the Holy Sword, where you do go towards, what was it, Vanya, to actually like pull it out to get more microtransactions. So you see right now the world's kind of changed a little bit now. You have obviously was it Vanya? Yeah, Vanya, and then once again this is only like what, like episode 2, episode 3 of the actual anime. So you can imagine there's gonna be a lot of places to go to, which is obviously very, very fun. And then right now I think we've unlocked Sacred Treasure. All right, so it looks like Sacred Treasure actually is a way to get some actual, okay, let's see. So he just runs through and we get some weapons, I believe it is. I don't actually do anything, actually, here. I think it's RNG a little bit. I don't know. And we... Oh, is that Groot? So we killed him. Oh, we keep going. Okay. Alright, so there we got some currency now. I mean, you can craft some actual stuff. So we got Nunchuck Barn, actually. So, yeah. So, it looks like, yeah, you can have one of each. And you can just, like, keep upgrading it, basically. And then, once again, you can watch an ad to do an extra run a day. So, yeah, I think that's basically it for what I have to talk about here. I will say there is an actual replay story mode, which is kind of cool a little bit. Because I think there are some actual, like, animations. But on 80, we got an actual cutscene from the... It's not the anime here. It's very much like Dokkan. Where you can see it's, like, it's animated... In that Dokkan way, right? Like, I think I'm right by saying that. Where, like, it's not from the anime, but it also is, but it also isn't. But it's made to, like, replica, but it's still, like, got not fluent animation. So it's going to be cool to kind of see, like once again, we get towards Escanor versus Assault Melee, like, seeing that animated a little bit. It's going to be cool. And then, boom, you have the full counter. Once again, not, like, beautiful animation. But we're not expecting that, right? Like, once again, I don't... We already have, like, beautiful animation a little bit from Grand Cross. But it is cool to see them animate some of these scenes, and it's going to be cool to see some other scenes in the future, especially like the hype moments and some of these scenes. It looks like the... Yeah, it looks like the anime. I don't know. They might have did a really good job of doing it. So yeah, I think that's kind of it right now for my first impressions. Once again, we're going to get back towards grinding the game. It is, I would say, very, very fun. I know this game is not going to be for everyone, but it's something to do while you're also just farming Grand Cross. Or, you know, for me, it's like, for example, where I spend a lot of time editing or making videos. I can have this open on the side, and actually, it's fun. I'm not going to lie. It's nice to use characters again for 70 sins. Like, it's nice to start back from the beginning and going through the game again. And then just waiting for those big releases, like getting Escanor again. He's not in the game right now, so when his release happens, it's gonna be quite hype. And then going through all like the cool moments again that obviously Grand Cross did, and maybe even do better. For example, like getting the characters we haven't gotten before. So yeah, it is a very, very fun game. So hopefully, you guys do enjoy the video, and hopefully you stick around for content. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do because I don't know how I'm gonna upload this game too often, but I'm enjoying it. As a 70s fan, this is a very, very fun game, and it's a good, like, downtime to wait until we do get, obviously, Series of Origin, and this is a good, like, you know, little period where you can just play this game, Grand Cross, and have fun with that game, which is doing still really, really well. So, boys, thank you for watching, and, yeah.